talking away.
In a world decimated by the Cordyceps brain infection, Ellie is a miracle, immune, unbeaten by faith. But what if her immunity wasn't just something to study? What if it could be shared, transferred, maybe even used to create a resistance in others without killing her? Today, we dive deep into a theory the game only hints at but never fully explore, the wild but possible real reason the Fireflies needed Ellie alive. The Last of Us Part 1 gives us the biggest clue in the final hours. When Joel confronts Marlene, she explains, "The doctors tell me the Cordyceps in her has mutated. It produces a kind of chemical messenger they think is why she is immune." But hold on, let's pause here. She is not immune because of lack. Her Cordyceps infection didn't get destroyed. It mutated and coexists with her body. The infected Cordyceps in her brain emits a chemical signal that prevents other Cordyceps from attacking. That means her brain, her blood, her marrow, maybe even her spinal fluid could all be loaded with this unique biochemical marker. Sounds a lot like a biological camouflage, right? Now, the Fireflies plan to remove the infected part of her brain to reverse engineer a cure. But that plan would eventually kill her. What they didn't explore, or maybe didn't have time to, is whether Ellie's immunity could be transferred without ending her life. Let's break it down. We know from part 2 that Ellie's blood contains something different. In the flashback with Dr. Anderson, they are drawing her blood frequently for testing. In fact, Ellie even tries to use her blood to save Sam in part 1, rubbing it into his wound. It doesn't work, but that doesn't mean it is useless. Her immunity may not be strong enough in isolation, or perhaps it needs some more processing, like how antibodies in raw samples can't just be directly transferred without purification. Now, this is where it gets juicy. Bone marrow is the immune system's factory. It produces white blood cells and is involved in immune memory. If Ellie's body created a tolerance to Cordyceps, it's possible that her bone marrow could create Cordyceps resistance immune cells in others. This is especially significant because in our world, bone marrow transplants have been used to treat diseases like leukemia and even confer HIV resistance in rare cases. So imagine a child like Ellie gives bone marrow to another person, and that person starts producing Cordyceps neutralizing immune cells. The Fireflies might have seen this as the ultimate path to mass immunity, a slower but non-lethal alternative to brain extraction. This was the Fireflies' plan: remove the infected part of Ellie's brain and study the mutation in detail. But here's the twist: they didn't know if that could even work. The theory was that the infection had made peace with Ellie's nervous system, but that's a complex interaction. Killing her might give them insight, but it also destroys the very living ecosystem of her immunity. Marlene is painted as a tragic figure. She doesn't want to kill Ellie. She raised her, but she also believes that sacrificing one life might save millions. And yet, what if she never told Joel or even the doctors about a non-lethal plan? What if Ellie could have donated marrow in small batches? What if repeated blood draws and antibody harvesting could have led to a vaccine-like serum? What if Marlene chose the fastest route, not the most ethical one? Let's dip into theoretical biology here. Cordyceps is a fungus, not a virus, but some real-world fungi like Candida are fought by both immune cells and antifungal compounds. Ellie's mutation might have produced mycotoxins, antifungal peptides, or even an entirely new compound that suppresses Cordyceps growth. If scientists could isolate that compound, be it her brain, her blood, or marrow, they might create an autoimmunotherapy treatment where infected individuals are given Ellie's biochemical marker to fool the Cordyceps into ignoring their bodies. A sort of fungal decoy cloak. It is slow, it is messy, but it preserves Ellie's life. Joel's decision to save Ellie from the operating table is the most controversial moment in modern gaming. But what if he was right? What if the Fireflies' plan was too rushed? What if they gave up too soon on exploring transmission methods for immunity? What if in time, Ellie could have been the source of a renewable cure? Joel may have stopped the genocide marked as salvation, or he may have let the best chance for a cure die with indecision. There is still hope. The Last of Us Part 2 shows Ellie doubting herself, wishing she could have given her life meaning by dying for a cure. But the signs, the clues, the theory, it all suggests she never needed to die. Ellie's immunity is alive, it is active, it may be transferable. All it needs is someone brave enough to find the right way without bloodshed. And maybe, just maybe, that is where her story is headed. So, what do you think? Could Ellie's immunity be shared through bone marrow or blood? Was Joel right to stop the surgery? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more Last of Us theories and lore breakdowns. Until next time, stay human and stay curious. Bye bye for now.